All right, let's get this started. What's going on, guys? It is Bernardo. Yes, and this is gonna be a long video, and the reason why is because you saw the title. We're doing a fresh installation of SCCM 2403. So let's get right into it. All right, so you guys kind of felt my excitement at the very beginning of this video, and this is so long. I've broken this down to mini videos, but this one is the longest. Now, all right, so you guys do know that I built a Proxmox lab. Hopefully I said that right. Using a server that Lenovo hooked me up, and I built that. I think I did a couple of videos on that. I'm actually pushing out mini little videos of me setting up the Proxmox lab, but I wanted to have an SCCM server. I do have one at home at my lab, and I configured that many, many moons ago. I mean, a long time ago. And I just upgraded it to the latest one. And I had an opportunity to actually build an SCCM server from scratch, and I did not do any type of research or planning. I just went for it. An AHawk setup. I went in my brain. I thought about all the features and updates, all the roles and features that I needed to push out to the machine, and I just went with the flow. So I'm going to show you guys what I did. A lot of mistakes, and I'm going to show you guys the things that I had to do to get myself up and running. So this is not really planned out properly. So let's just get right into it. So the first thing that we need to do is do Active Directory prep. And I logged into my AD, which is my DC01. I clicked on the start. Within start, I opened up Windows Administrative Tools. And within here, I opened up my ADSI edit. So open this up. Now, we're going to right click on the ADSI edit. We're going to click on connect to, and we're going to leave everything as the default and click OK. We're going to double click on the default naming context. We're going to double click on, you're going to double click on your domain. I'm going to double click on my domain, and it's going to give you subfolders. And we need to locate the CN system. Awesome. From here, we're going to right click on that, and we're going to go into new, and we're going to select object. Now, the object that we need to create will be a container. So we're going to click on next, and we're going to provide a value. Now, the value has to be this system management, capital S and a capital M. The way you see it, that is how we need to do it. So click on next. And then from here, just click on finish, and then boom, we're done. So let's close this up, and let's click on start. Uh, let's open up Windows Administrative Tools. And then within here, we're going to open up the Active Directory users and computers. We're going to click on View. Within View, click on Advanced Features. It's gonna, kind of blink and then give you extra folders. We're going to locate the system folder, double click on it to open it up, and locate the new folder that we created, which would be System Management. We're going to right click on it, and we are going to select Delegate Control. We're going to click on Next here. We're going to click on Add. From here, we're going to click on Object Types, and we're going to check off Computers and click OK. And we're going to type in your SCCM computer name. So type it in. The name of my SCCM server is SCCM. Super simple. We're going to click on Check Name. It should highlight it and capitalize it, which that means it found it. Click OK. We're going to click next here. From the task to delegate, we are going to create a custom task to delegate. So select that, click on next, and we are going to click on next here. We're going to check everything off, check all three of them, and then check off full control. Click on next, click finish. We're going to right click on that. We're going to get into properties. Within properties, let's go into security. Within security, we're going to basically just make sure that your SCCM server has full control into this system management container. That's it. The next thing that we need to do is extend our Active Directory schema. So back inside the DC01 or back into your domain controller or whatever you want to do, I mounted my SCCM server disk or the image into the machine. I'm going to open up the File Explorer. I am actually going to right click on that. I'm going to do Open. And within here, we're going to go into the SMS setup folder, and we're going to go into the bin folder. We're going to go into the x64, and I'm going to select this entire path. I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to copy it. Boom. We're going to click on start. I'm going to type in CMD. I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to run it as an administrator. Beautiful. I am going to basically paste the path. Now, I did copy the path, but I'm also adding extadsch.exe. You got to add that at the very end with open and close quotations, right? This application is your extended AD schema. Okay. We're going to hit enter here. Once you hit enter here, it's going to give you all this right here. Give it some time. This is pretty quick. Successfully extended the Active Directory schema and you're done. Now, the next thing that we need to do is add roles and features. Again, this is really a hoc kind of thing. I did not do any planning, so I was doing everything by memory. I think that's why I messed up so many times. Within the SCCM server, now we're logged into our SCCM server. On the desktop, I'm going to click on Start. And within Start, I'm going to select Server Manager. And within here on the upper right-hand side, let's click on Manage. We're going to click on Add Roles and Features. And we're going to get the wizard. So let's click Next here. Let's click Next again. Click Next. And within here, we're going to scroll down. We're going to locate Web Server. So give it a check mark. We're going to accept all the features. So click on Add Features. We're going to click Next. From here, we're going to expand the .NET Framework 3.5. From here, we're going to enable HTTP activation. As soon as you do that, we're going to get this dialog box. So just click on Add Features. And then last but not least, we're going to check off non-HTTP activation. Give it a check mark. We're going to expand the .NET Framework 4.8 features. And from here, we're going to expand the WCF services and we're going to check off HTTP activation. It's going to give you this. So just click on Add Features. We're going to check off MSMQ activation. It's going to give you this. Click on Add Features. We're going to select Name Pipe activation. And then last but not least, we're going to check off TCP activation. Awesome. Once you're done, click on Next. Click Next here. We're going to scroll down a little bit until you locate Application Development, and let's open that up. And we need to check off the ASP.NET 3.5. Give that a check mark. We're going to scroll up because I forgot something, so scroll up. Within the security section, we are going to enable Windows authentication. So give it a check mark. Scroll down again. Within the management tools, we're going to expand IIS 6 management compatibility, expand it, and we're going to check off the Metabase compatibility, give it check mark. We're going to check off the management console. We're going to check off the scripting tools. It's going to give you this, so just click on Add Features. And then make sure that you check off the WMI compatibility as well. I think that gets checked off automatically. And then last but not least, we're going to locate the IIS management scripts and tools. So give it a check mark. Boom. Now we're able to click Next. And then I typically like to check off restart the destination server automatically if required. We're going to click Yes here. We're going to click Install, and it's going to start installing all that goodness. The installation was successful. All right, so we got all the roles and features done. It is time for us to install Windows ADK. I am just pushing out the latest and greatest, which was May 2004 or something like that. So now within my SCCM server, I already downloaded the Windows ADK and the Windows PE stuff already inside my SCCM server. So I'm going to open up the File Explorer. I'm going to go into my downloads folder and I'm just going to select the ADK setup. I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to run it as an administrator. I'm going to click on yes. From here, I'm going to leave it as the default. Click next here. I'm going to say no here. Click next. I'm going to accept the license agreement. I'm going to leave everything as the default and then click install. It's going to install and eventually it's going to give you this and then just close it. I'm going to do the Windows PE one. So just select the Windows PE. You're probably saying to yourself, what's going on? It's changed. Yeah, my entire Proxmox environment is offline. So when you download the ADK, it goes online to pull the files. So I had to I forgot that I was offline. So I actually had to do offline, like get the Windows ADK offline as well as the WinPE offline. So this is the offline version. So I located the Windows PE. I right clicked on it. I selected run as an administrator. I clicked yes here. I left everything as the default. Click next. No, click next. Accept the license agreements. You only have one option to install, so just click install and it takes its time. It's going to install and you're done. I think the only thing that I am not going to do with you guys is install the SQL database. I already did that. I mean, if you want me to do a video for that, just let me know. But I already installed SQL Server 2022 within my environment. This is the database. SQL is the host name. The IP address is this. If I click on, actually, if I load up the SQL Studio Management, this is the database. This is the version that I'm running, and that's it. So if you guys do want me to create a video of, installing the SQL Server for SCCM, I'll do it for you guys, but I didn't do it for this video. Now, the next thing that I needed to do was install WSUS. I forgot to do that within the roles and features. Again, it really ad hoc, not planned at all when I was doing this SCCM server. I needed to install the Windows Server Update Services. So within my SCCM server, I clicked on the Start menu. I clicked on Server Manager. Within here on the upper right-hand side, I clicked on Manage. I clicked on Add Roles and Features. I click next here. I click next again. I click next again. And I scroll all the way down. I located the Windows Server Update Services. I gave it a check mark. I clicked on Add Features because I want everything. Perfect. Click next. Click next. Click next. From here, I left everything as the default. Click next here. I dropped everything into a folder inside the D drive called WSUS. And we're going to click next here. And for the database instance, I gave it the following. Rather than having a local database on the server, I am going to have a database on a actual SQL server. I did check connection, successfully connected to the server. That's awesome. I click next here. I give it a check mark, restart the destination server automatically if required. I click yes here. It started installing and eventually you're going to get this. If you click on launch post installation, something's supposed to happen, but for some reason, I feel like with 2022, I always have problems installing WSUS. So I actually had to click on manage and then locate Windows Server Update Services and it launched. I clicked on next. I unchecked, yes, I would like to join the Microsoft Update Improvement Program, and I clicked on next. From here, I clicked on next. I clicked next again, and I clicked on start connecting, and I forgot again that I was offline. I was offline. I'm offline. It's not going to work. So just follow the prompts until it syncs down properly within the Microsoft Update online. But I'm offline, so I was able to cancel this and launch the update services, utility. I'm just not pulling anything, but you need WSUS installed for SCCM to install properly. This is one of the core requirements, so you need to have this. Now, if you head over to the database, well, I head over to my database and you're going to see the susdb and, created, which is great. Now it is time for us to install SCCM 2403. Awesome. It is time for us to install it. And again, I did this ad hoc, not planned out. I did receive a lot of problems, a lot of errors, and I'm going to show you guys how I kind of fixed everything. So within the SCCM server, let's open up the File Explorer. I already have the SCCM ISO image already mounted on the server. So I'm going to select the E drive. I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to do open. I'm going to select the splash.hta file and let's right click on it and let's select open. It's going to open up. We're going to select install. You're going to get this. So just click on yes. First error that I got, missing a critical SQL requirement. We need to install the latest ODBC driver. They give you the link. So just go to this link and download that file and just drop it into your SCCM server. So that's what I did. We're going to install the ODBC driver. And if I open up the my E drive. This is it. We're going to select it. We're going to right click on it and we're going to select install. It's going to start preparing to install. And boom, another error. You need to have Visual C++ 2017 installed into your SCCM server for the ODBC to be installed successfully. So damn. So I clicked OK. It was interrupted because I don't have that core requirement. So I clicked on finish. So we need to get a copy of that Visual C++ 2017. So that's what I did. I got a copy of it. Make sure you get the 86-bit and the 64-bit version, right? Got to get both of them. Trust me, get both of them. So we're going to install the 64-bit one. So select it. We're going to right click on it. Let's select run as an administrator. Let's click on yes here. Give it a check. I agree to the license in terms and conditions. Click on install. It's going to start installing and setup was successful. Done. We're going to close it. Select the 86-bit one. Do the same thing. Right click on it. Run it as an administrator. Click yes. Give it a check mark. I agree to the license terms and conditions, and then click on install. It's going to start installing, and you should get this set up successfully. Awesome. Close it. Now, restart the ODBC installation. Once you restart the installation, which we're going to do right now, I'm going to select the MSI, right click on it, click on install. If everything works well, it should bypass all the core requirements and should give you this. And this is pretty straightforward. Click on next here. Accept the terms in the license agreement. Click next here. Click install. It's going to start installing. Eventually, it's going to prompt you this. So click on yes. Now it's going to start installing and you're done, completed. The ODBC driver 18 for SQL Server installation was completed successfully within your SCCM. So now you do that, restart the SCCM installation again. And once you restart, it should bypass that and give you this. This is what we want. Awesome sauce. Awesome. So from here, we are going to install a configuration manager primary site. I'm going to leave it as the default. I'm not going to check anything off because I want to do everything manually. I want to configure all the settings. If not, if you have the database locally within the SCCM server, check off use typical installation option for a standalone primary site. That means you're housing everything in one server. We're not doing that. So I'm going to leave everything as is and click next. I'm going to do everything with eval mode. Eventually, I'm going to license it, but for now, I'm going to leave it as the default. Click next here. Give a check mark on all three. Boom, click next. Because I'm doing everything offline, my SCCM server is not able to download, the core requirements that it needs to continue. I downloaded everything on a machine that was online and I dropped it into my SCCM server and I created a folder on the C drive and that's what I'm pointing to right now. So I clicked on next. It's verifying all the downloaded files that I did online on another machine. And then eventually it is done. It takes you here. Pick your language. Click next. Client language. Pick it. Click next here. Your site code and your site name. This is hardwired. So once you make the modifications here, you cannot change it. So make sure you do it correctly. I did the following. And for my installation folder, by default, it drops it into your C drive. I created a separate partition, which was the D drive. So I'm going to drop everything in here. And as well as I want to install the configuration manager console onto the SCCM server. So click next. For the primary site installation, I am going to select install the primary site as a standalone site. Cool. Click next here. You're going to get the following informational dialog box. So just click on yes. And from here, because my SCCM server is not locally, that's why I see SCCM. I'm going to change it to my SQL Server full qualified domain, and I'm going to basically click next. If everything works well and your SCCM server is able to talk to your SQL Server, you should be able to get to this next section. I left everything as the default, so I clicked on next here. Default, click next. All right, for the client computer communication settings, we're going to change it to configure the communication method on each site system role. And I'm going to check off clients will use HTTPS when they have a valid PKI certificate. We're going to click next here. Now from here, for the management port, the client communication, I clicked on the drop down and I set it to ETTP.
Dude, it is EHTTP. Damn, get it right.
And for the distribution point for the client communication, I clicked on the drop down and I changed it to ETTP.
Dude, it is EHTTP. Damn. Get it right.
I clicked on next. I click next here. From here, this is up to you. You are able to skip it. I left it as the default and I click next. A nice little summary and I clicked on next. It's going to start checking for a lot of things and I received 3 failures and we're going to fix each failure. Now, for the failures and warning, the first one that I received was this one, which was the RDC. I received the SQL server service running accounts. So I had to change that because it was actually using a network service or a local system account. That's a no-no. And I also received the warning of the native client version. The other failure that I received was this one. The site server computer account does not have administrative rights onto the SQL server. I received this warning as well. The other warning was this one. This one was memory on the SQL server. And the last two is basically bits was not installed at all or enabled. So the warnings, I don't really care about the warnings, is the failure ones are more important because if you don't fix the failure ones, you're not able to continue the installation. But I'm going to fix the RDC one as well as the bits because that's pretty easy. And to do that within the SCCM server, we're going to click on the start menu. We're going to click on server manager. On the upper right-hand side, we're going to click on manage. We're going to click on add roles and features. We're going to click next here. We're going to click next. We're going to click next. And within here, we're going to click next again. And we're going to locate background intelligence transfer service. Let's give it a check mark. We're going to click on add features. Awesome. That fixed the bits part. Now we're going to locate remote differential compression. That would be the RDC. Give it a check mark, click next. I typically like to check off restart the destination server automatically if required. Click yes here, click install. It's going to start installing and it is done. RDC and the bits is done. Now the SQL AD account within my DC, I basically open up the Active Directory users and computers. I just basically created an account and I called it SCCM SQL. It's not a domain admin, it's a regular account. I went into my SQL server, and within my SQL server, I clicked on the start menu. Within the start menu, I basically opened up the Microsoft SQL Server 2022 folder, and I located and clicked on the SQL Server 2022 Configuration Manager. I clicked on yes here. I went into the SQL Server Services and I selected the SQL server, the first one. I right clicked on it. I went to properties. Within properties, I went to browse. Within browse, I clicked on location. I clicked on entire directory. I clicked on my domain. I clicked OK. I typed in that AD account that I created, SCCM space SQL. I clicked on check names. It highlighted it. It capitalized it. It found it. I clicked OK. I provided the password. I confirmed it. I clicked on apply. You're going to get this warning. I clicked on yes. I clicked OK. Boom. Awesome. We're done with the SQL stuff. Now it is time to add the SCCM computer object into our SQL server. So now to do that, back into the SQL desktop, we're going to right click on the start menu. We're going to go into the computer management. Within computer management, let's go into local users and groups. Let's get into groups. Within groups, locate administrators. Double click on it. Click on add. Within here, click on object types. Check off computers, click OK, type in the computer, check names. Because I have 2 objects with the same name, just select the computer. Awesome. Click OK, click apply, click OK, and we're done. Now, go back into your SCCM server and rerun it again. Eventually, you're going to get this. The warnings are okay for me because they're basically SQL, and that's okay. I'm still able to install it successfully. So click on begin install. It's going to start installing. It's going to start setting up all the server accounts, removing stuff, generating the public key, setting up the SQL server. And if you want, you're able to go into your SQL server and you're going to see your CM, which is the configuration manager, and whatever the site code that you provided, that's your database. Now, if you head back into your SCCM server, it's going to continue. It takes a while. I think for me, it literally took about an hour and 2 minutes. The way that you know that everything is done, you see all green check marks. For me, I didn't get all green check marks, but an indication is that you will get this. You can close the wizard now. That basically means that it is done. So you are able to just click on close, exit out of here, close the file explorer, and it is time for us to launch the configuration manager, right? Now on the desktop of the SCCM server, let's click on start. Let's open up the Microsoft configuration manager folder. Click on configuration management console. It's going to start up. It's going to load up. This is like the worst thing because I was like biting my nails, like please connect to the database. And if everything works well, it connects, it loads up, no errors. That's a good thing. Awesome. Now, if you click on the upper left-hand side on the tab and you click on About Configuration Manager, it tells you what version. Awesome, 24.03. As always, you want to check the status of your site. So within here, within the console, we're going to click on the Monitor tab. And within the Monitor tab, we're going to open up the System Status folder. Within the System Status folder, click on Site Status. Everything is green. This is always a good thing. You see all this green. This is great. Also, go into the component status. I have a bunch of other criticals, but eventually this goes away. It's just the machine processing. It takes a while for everything to go green, and that's it. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this video. I am tired. I am sleepy. You see these eyes? I'm tired. I'm tired. This was a long video for all of us, and it's more to come. So stay tuned. And that's it. I catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.